Alright, that didn't get on the stream.
Are we live?
We're live now, so now you can cough all you want.
Oh, no, that was an actual cough.
Well, we're live. Still waiting on Rock Tumbler. He'll be here soon. So I kind of queued up a little bit. I tiredly talked about this in the off-stream recording, but I found the white horse. I found a very consistent spawn point for it. So
What is the purpose of the white horse?
I need it for the Love is the Opiate Stranger Quest. Because I have to give the guy a white horse. And somebody mentioned thinking I was going to give him Fasty, but not that breed of horse. It has to be the specific Hungarian half-breed, I believe, is what it's called. And so this is it.
I believe that is also the name of a very deadly dragon in the Harry Potter universe.
That probably is. I don't know enough to confirm it.
It is not. I think it's...
The fact that it's saving tells me that I got the right horse. Because it's gonna... Yeah, there. New items available in stores. Because now I can buy the deed for this horse. But I'm not gonna really need to.
Wait, you need a deed for a wild horse.
No, you tame the wild horse, and then you can buy the deed for it. And that means if it dies, you can get it back. But I don't need the deed for it. If you use a deed, it replaces your current horse, and I don't want to replace Fasty. I want Fasty to see the end of the game with us.
Sprawl says it's a Hungarian horntail, you nerd. Oh, really? Well...
Oh, we're the nerd.
Trap Sprawl.
Ha!
And I am not just going back to the Puppet Master defense.
You have been owned. Okay, I'm not sure if it's just something wonky. It's not. This horse does not want to take my commands. Time to give it to this weird guy.
Yeah, it looks like you're kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that is the game being the game or the horse being a horse. I think the geometry might be messing with it a little bit.
The horse does not have enough polygons.
Pretty much. Alright, so here we go. So we get to finish this mission. I'm wearing the Deadly Assassin. I unlocked 2 more outfits.
Looks like you are a free man. I cannot thank you enough, sir.
Say Chinese immigrant?
Yep, and he was an indentured servant. So, now we're supposed to wait like a few days for the next part of the mission. So the mission's not actually done. But I read something online that if I just load this, yeah, if I just load the autosave, it's supposed to start the next part immediately. And I hope that's true. We shall see.
If it's not, I will be sure to rip into you for this bullshit.
Well, now I'm afraid to check. Moment of truth. Ho ho! Eat that.
I don't know if it's working. I'm like
the
10
purple
seconds behind
circle.
you, so
The purple circle kind of tells me
okay.
that it should have worked.
Quick, call your taxi. Fast travel.
Taxi. We've got campsites.
Rurs is remarking, is this Roosevelt? I thought he was dead. Yes. He is dead. I am actually...
Long live Roosevelt. Well,
I am Zero.
my audio is getting weird. Give me 1 second.
Yes, your audio is going all robot.
Okay, there we go. I think it was just
what the hell
my...
was it?
I have an audio program for audio mixing, and I think it just...
Do you mean you have an auto-tuner and you were actually 2 Chainz?
Yeah, my auto-tune went off because my voice is actually way nasalier than this. Hey, here's Zoo. Zao.
Gotta turn
Shoot.
it off from the goon setting.
Yeah.
Hello, Rurs. No long time no see. Also, 2 as well.
Hey, he left weeks ago.
Well, I missed the train.
Do not stand on the keyboard.
I'm tomorrow, honestly.
What about your beloved?
She said she would wait. Honestly, I'm quitting tomorrow.
He's
They're
on the
leaving.
wacky tobacco.
Quitting?
I didn't
This-
say that.
This is what happens if you do a
I'm
weed.
fine. I'm fine.
It's
Oh, I
not
thought
worth
you-
it, y'all.
She's my
I thought you
beloved.
meant what Rurst was saying in the chat about only 2 weeks left before his store closes and he goes unemployed. It's like, how do you know that he's smoking pot? It's completely oblivious to everything that's happening on the left side of the screen.
Left side of the screen is where the action is. Alright, so now that stranger mission is fully complete. And there's two more stranger missions I can do right now, or start, hopefully finish right now. They are hereabouts. And then there's one other one in Mexico that I have to do some missions to unlock.
Is this taking place in Texas or Arizona, New Mexico, California?
Well, here, I'll open up the map. So the northern part of the map is New Austin. So that's Texas. The southern part of the map here is Nuevo Paraiso, so Mexico. And then this top right part is West Elizabeth. And I guess that's either East Texas or West Louisiana. I don't know. It kind of looks like both. They look very similar. A lot of trees. A lot of water.
Oh, I see there's the town of Tall Trees where all the trees are just the right height.
Exactly. A lot of things will happen in and among those trees.
I was actually referring to the Mitt Romney quote from 2012.
I was
You're talking
referring
about-
to the weed.
Oh,
The wacky
well,
tobacco.
is there some sort of drug farming opium minigame in this?
You get to see that one character from San Andreas' long lost relative. I'm just kidding. He's not in it. There is no wacky tobacco. God damn, how do I get back?
Peter Fonda? You talking about the Truth?
The Truth, yes.
So they call him Old Western Truth?
The Truth and the Reconciliation. That's a Halo joke. Okay, there's some shooting going on out here, but they ain't bothering me.
Fun fact, I've only played about 20 minutes of a Halo game ever. Halo 2. It was on a PC. Didn't much care for it.
Let's break up this fight. Whoa!
Hey, Migo, give it a rest. Enough.
You can't slap a woman like that out in public. You have to do it at home.
No, this was the early 1900s. You totally could.
Oh, yeah. Well, and especially early 1900s Mexico.
You like her? You can have her. Yeah, she's pretty clean and pretty dirty also, huh? She's yours for 200 American dollars.
Mario, you are evil.
No, Eva, I'm just a cowherd who can no longer afford the cattle.
200 American dollars, huh?
Yeah, that's like nothing.
Seems well, that seems pretty expensive for back in the day. That's like 20
Save me
railroads.
from this man.
Come on. $200, man.
I don't even pay my slave folk $200, but you seem like a pretty respectable fella.
Take the damn
There you-
Well,
Oh.
they're generally slaves are not paid.
Oh,
No?
yeah, you're right.
Enjoy her.
Gracias, señor.
You cannot go on the keyboard, baby.
Miss me, mi amor. What are you
Sorry, I
gonna
have
do
two of the
now?
cats just kind of like snoozing on my lap right now. The third one sees all the action going on screen. And she wants it.
Sprawl asks if you have to pay him or if you can shoot him, and I believe you do have to pay him to complete the mission. And it says to go to the place a few days from now. Well, now I know that I will go now.
Oh, somebody stole my microphone.
Aw. Ah.
She grabbed it with her mouth on her way up. My
Nice.
back.
Nice.
Yeah, stop. Stop.
Damn it. Get back here, horse. Alright. Alright.
Yeah,
So,
it just seems like there's not really a ton going on here for this old-timey, old western town. It's a
a lot
deal
of
with
these
Red Dead.
towns, a lot of these towns are kind of dead. But not redeemed. They're just dead. A lot
So
of
what's the
small
deal with
settlements.
Red Dead Redemption 2? It takes place in like the 1930s.
It
the
takes
Dust Bowl.
place. It's a prequel. It takes place in 18 something or another, 1899 or something like that.
Shouldn't
Yeah,
it be
1899 sounds right. 12 years before this.
Shouldn't they call it like Red Dead Redemption 1/2 or something?
Red Dead Redemption 0. I don't know when Revolver takes place. I still haven't played that one.
Yeah, but all the enemies in Red Dead Redemption 0 are based on T-virus infected clams.
I'm just wondering if they just progressively go further back in time, so Red Dead Redemption 6 will take place in like the 1600s.
So the entire game is just pilgrims coming off the Mayflower or whatever and shooting the natives.
You know, that is an untapped video game market.
Eva, I think. Wanted to see if she was doing okay.
What, American settler survival?
No,
Yeah.
I just helped her.
Well, I guess that's kind of Fallout 4 in a way, but with less Native American murder.
Well, no, the problem with Fallout 4 is that it was too much like contemporary America because it took place around Boston and everybody was super racist. And at one point, you keep running into these Mark Wahlberg-like guys. You know what? Actually, no, I'm thinking of super mutants, but they're pretty similar to Mark Wahlberg.
You're still kind of selling me on the fact that it takes place in 1600s early America. Boston, racism, I mean, well, I guess that is timeless.
It's just, you know, a bunch of pilgrims walking around, shouting stuff like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" You know, beating up Vietnamese immigrants.
Yeah. I'm going to an event next month where Vince Papali will be in attendance, and I'm half tempted to get him to autograph, like, a different Mark Wahlberg movie. Like, have him sign, like, Four Brothers or something, just, you know. It's close
Hurry the
enough.
fuck up, Rock Tumbler. Hurry the fuck up.
Oh my god.
Yes, hello. This isn't Rock Tumbler, this is Dumbledore.
This is old man Rock Tumblins. He's wise beyond his years now.
Not really.
Oh. Oh. Hold up.
Hey, I heard you have a fucking kid.
Yes, I do.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Right now he's mad because
Why'd you
he
kill
had to go to bed,
I didn't kill her. I wouldn't do a
but I'm
thing.
used to that.
Well, you know what? You need to get him trained to thinking that bedtime is a punishment,
What business is it of yours?
and you need to reel his shit in right now, or else he will be a hellraiser later in life.
Yeah, he might, like, smoke weed and drive fast on the highway.
Let her go.
Directly into
See-
overpasses.
War never leaves, man.
Seems like for him, it already seems like a punishment, even though it isn't intended as one.
Stuff God,
Like every time we put him in his bed, it's the worst thing that's ever happened to him.
dang, 54.
How old is this child?
Stay.
17 months.
Thought you were about to say 17 years.
Yeah,
Say,
totally.
wow, I haven't been gone that long, have I?
Oh, time flies.
Well, off you go.
I like Roos's suggestion that Rock Tumbler's kid is being raised from birth specifically to finish the LP for Grand Theft Auto 4.
That will be an LP that's done on a phone with somebody else standing behind him periscoping it the entire time.
Oh, hey, dude. You don't want to go to bed?
No, I don't. Oh, you were talking to him.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, I do.
I do actually want to go to bed. It's pretty late at 8:45.
Man, you were younger than me. You'd have no right.
We got our money back
Come here, buddy.
and $8.
So essentially, you did get to shoot him.
And get my money back with interest. That was very much worth it.
$8.
Yeah,
$8 and no mouthy broad to listen to.
exactly. That's the life. $8. 8 whole dollars.
Where'd you get $8? I want $8.
Killing a guy. It's pretty easy.
It's cheap for a contract.
Well, you have to remember this.
I get
It doesn't
$8.
take inflation into account. This was back when everything was pegged to the gold standard.
So a railroad was like $20.
I actually had literally just said that for $200 you could have gotten yourself
20
10
railroads.
Hello there, friend. You come to enjoy the scenery?
I guess I have.
Well, I'm
Ooh,
enjoying
is that
the
a
scenery
flying
now,
device
buddy.
that you can fly upon?
Yeah.
To capitalize on the stiff upward breezes in this region to launch my first
Yeah, so I had not ever played any Red Dead. I have to say, though, this...
I should be the first man.
I hesitate to want to become invested in this series because, frankly, all of the open space just fills me with the kind of distaste that Bethesda and Ubisoft have managed to do with their recent sandbox games.
Did you play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild?
Oh my god,
I
we're back
did.
on this.
Yep, it took me like 6 minutes, I think, from coming into the call to bring it up.
I think
but-
that's slower than last time. You're losing it in your old age.
I'll have to, as soon as they come in, like, hey, guys, you ever heard of The Legend of Zelda?
Hey, it's me, Rock Tumbler, Breath of the Wild, guys!
No, seriously, if you're like bored of the
It's this
same
little
bullshit and
indie
open world
title.
games,
This little
Breath of
indie
the
title.
Wild might-
You may not have heard of it. It's a little indie game, a little small project called Breath of the Wild.
In Indies.
All right, so for that guy, we have to gather a bunch of stuff: 20 feathers, 5 beaver furs, and 10 red sage. So I'm gonna come back to that all off stream.
So
I'll
you're just
gather all
gonna
that.
go out to a brothel and start eating a whole lot of pussy.
Yeah, gotta get those beaver furs. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna try
Somebody
to
said it.
try.
I was
to
just
get
going to
that
let her hang
train.
it there. Worse wants to know, is there a Fantastical Beast game? I don't know, nor am I particularly invested in that either, if there is one.
I have not heard of one. I would know if there was.
Probably a shitty mobile game. Look forward to Dr. Roosevelt LPing that. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I announce that too early?
God, I will reiterate again what I did off stream last week, which is that my computer setup will not allow for that until I have a machine that is capable of computing.
So
Like,
what are
I'm
you
still-
using now? Like a abacus?
I'm using the same laptop that I had from 2011, 2012.
Well, that's fine. I mean, you don't even really need to. Like, you can stream directly from a phone.
No,
now. So
I
you
was
can
going to
like,
do...
that and then download that video and do whatever editing you want to do, or just live stream it, man. Fucking do it live.
I don't want to do it live because I prefer the thrill of screwing up 4 times trying to make a joke and then throwing out recording after recording after recording to redo it. You know, the good old days.
I enjoy the thrill of the jump cut. I missed them so. I am so glad that I did an
I'm sorry.
off-stream video.
Hang on a second. Rock Tumbler, could you take care of that beached whale? That is in your hands? It seems to be dying. It sounds like it's
I'm not-
suffering.
I'm not sitting around waiting on that train.
Just a little sleepy man.
See, you know what this here video game Mexico needs is some Joseph Stalin to make these trains run. Bracket on time, but running would be nice in the first place.
Wasn't that Mussolini that made the train?
Was it
run on time?
Mussolini? Oh god.
I thought it was Hitler, but Mussolini also plausible. Pretty sure it's not Stalin though.
Apparently I'm bad at
Sounds like we got a big Holocaust
communism.
denier in the phone call right now. What was that your child said? 6 million sounds a little like too much.
Whoa.
No.
Let me turn that down on the stream. Turning back up on the stream.
I absolutely concede this point to your child, Rock Tumbler. It probably was more like 6,000.
Rock
weren't
David
there,
Irving
man.
Tumblr Jr. Ah. Specific timing missions, the worst. Yeah, it took until I think Grand Theft Auto 4 you had to come back from specific times. So in 5 they finally realized they could just move the time ahead for you. But not in this game.
No, I think actually there was something that they
Oh,
did
No,
in
get back here, goat. Get in my house.
San Andreas. Oh no, there were missions in San Andreas where it had to be a certain time of day as well.
Yeah.
Yep, and it was just annoying.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was the same way in 4, but 5 it just moves the clock. This
Yeah, but
game was before 5.
I don't think they made it so that you actually had to wait for time to pass in order to do a mission in like 3 or Vice City.
No, I
But
don't
they definitely
think so.
did in San Andreas and in Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories. I do remember that.
And
much.
4. And
Yes, and 4.
yeah. And this game that is being played.